Good morning, lovely people. It is Thursday. Look at my gorgeous amaryllis that I grow. When I say I grew, we bought the bulb, Ashley planted it and watered it, and eventually it grew. But it's looking rather splendid now. I'm really pleased with it. This is my little pot I got from Matalan. Oh God, I haven't cut the bloody thing off yet. With a sort of like a little indoor lily type plant, like an arum lily type of thing. Anyway, yes, I'm rather pleased with my plants on the table. Don't look at all the mess. So, it's Thursday. I thought I would do a sort of chatty couple of days vlog for this Sunday's video. You will be seeing it on Sunday. I've just got something sticky on my hands on that plant. It's hideous outside. Look, we've had this most of this week. I have spent the week so far mostly in Southampton with my mother. We always have a trip away in January, and we usually go to London. We've been doing it for about 15 years. I've probably said this in a video already, but we decided to have a change this year, and we went to Southampton, and we had a lovely couple of days, really nice. However, the weather was just like this, and stormy and windy the whole time. It didn't stop raining from the moment we arrived on Monday till the moment we left on Wednesday. So yeah, that wasn't ideal, but we stayed in quite a nice hotel, and we had some nice food and drank nice wine and chatted and played Scrabble. Bananagrams, actually, not Scrabble. But great game, Bananagrams. If anyone hasn't played it, highly recommend. I don't know if you can still get it, actually, but I'll have a look and see if you can. I'll tell you about it a bit later anyway. God, this is rambly, isn't it, already? Anyway, it's about 9:30 on Thursday morning. I am mostly having a at-home day today because several reasons, actually. One, because I haven't been at home all day, so I'm working today all week. So today is a work day, so I'm listing on eBay. 2, because the weather's horrible and I don't really want to go out. 3, because my car, despite having had another hefty bill last week, is still not mended. And but in good news, in very good news, because I'm sure you're all sick of hearing about my car problems, the car is sold. My new car is arriving tomorrow. This one has been part exchanged for it, and I cannot wait. And my new car has only got 920 miles on the clock, so it's almost brand new. I've never had a almost brand new car before, so I'm highly excited about it. It's slightly smaller than my current car. It's a Range Rover Evoque, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that, so that's nice. It really was time that this car went. We've had, as you all know, longer term viewers will know, we have had horrendous problems with this car. It's done nearly 100,000 miles now, and lovely though it has been, I will not be sorry to see the back of it tomorrow. So that's going. In other good news, the windows were finally replaced yesterday. They have given us windows that fit the holes, that don't have massive gaps between them. When I say they've given them to us, they obviously haven't given them to us, we're paying for them. But they have replaced the non-fitting windows at last after 2 months with the correct windows, and there's no longer wind whistling through the gaps apart from at the ends there, because we haven't finished the insides off yet. So now just the outside of the house needs doing. What's the word I'm trying to say? The cladding, plastic sort of cladding stuff is going on the front of the house. Then the scaffolding can come down, which will also be nice, because it feels like forever that we've had the scaffolding up. So that's good. It's actually been a bit of a challenging start to the year. Horrendous car problems for the first couple of weeks. Obviously that's been resolved now with the new car coming. And I've also had really bad run of things on eBay that just Hermes have lost a load of parcels. I'm actually quite lucky. I've discovered that one of my reselling friends, Natalie, who lives quite locally to me, also had a similar problem on the same date as me, but she's had a worse problem. The parcels have been scanned into the depot at Bridgewater, and just not got anywhere after that. They've just not been scanned again. 3rd of January was the first lot, and then Natalie had another lot on the 8th of January. She's about £700 worth of stock just lost. I don't take insurance with Hermes, because in the past they have always been reliable enough that when the odd one or two goes missing, the saving in not paying extra for the insurance means that I'm still better off effectively in the long term. But yeah, I've got about £200 worth of stuff gone missing, so that has not been great at all. So yeah, that was another thing, and yes, it's just been a bit of a difficult start to the year. I was ill last week as well, and I pushed on through, and I probably shouldn't have done because I spent the whole weekend feeling on the mend now. Still got a bit of a cough, but not too bad. Anyway, as you can see, I'm not actually dressed yet this morning. I've got my new pyjamas. I got these in the sale from Marks and Spencer's. They are short sleeve candy stripe pyjamas, and I've got a cardigan on over at the top. But yes, I've decided to get up and just crack on with getting my draft listings done for the day. I've got 17 done now, and I'm now going to go and have a shower and wash my hair and get dressed for the day. And then I will come back to you and let you know what the plan is for the rest of the day, because I don't really know myself yet. It's about 11 o'clock. I've showered, washed my hair, dried my hair, although pointless, bearing in mind I'm just about to go out in that, and put some makeup on, got dressed, just done my first batch of photographs for today's listings and uploaded those. And I think I'm going to go out now and get going out over with for the day. I've only got to pick up a prescription, which, God, it's about a week and a half ago I requested it. So yeah, I need to go and pick that up, and I've got to pop to Tesco's to get some bits and pieces for dinner. The fridge is rather bare as I've been away all week, and actually had takeaway one night, and I don't know what I had the other night, but yes, the fridge needs replenishing. I'm going to make a spag bowl for dinner. We haven't had spag bowl for ages, so that's a nice easy dinner tonight. So yeah, just a quick run to the supermarket and the chemist to pick up the prescription, and then I'm back in for a nice cosy at-homey day, which is lovely. Got quite a few paperworky bits and pieces to do. I was going to take you out with me in the car and chat to you as I was driving, but I just remembered that I had my car phone holder, left it in Ashley's car, and he's gone to, because I took Ashley's car up to Southampton because mine wasn't in a good enough state to risk driving it to Southampton when I just agreed to part exchange it for the new one, so I took Ashley's car. But right, I'm going to stop waffling at you, and I'm going to go and do those things, get out in the rain and back in nice and quickly, and crack on with the rest of the day. So this lot is half of what I bought at the charity shops while I was up. After I dropped my mum off home, I went to the charity shops local to her and did a bit of sourcing yesterday. This is about half of it. There's some other bags I've already taken upstairs, but as you can see, I did rather well. I spent about 500 and something pounds, I think, so I won't need to go shopping for a while. Well, I think it's safe to say the weather hasn't improved much. Look at it, it's just filthy. I drove into town, the river has flooded over its banks. Flooded over its banks? Burst its banks, I think I'm trying to say. It really is absolutely revolting out there. Anyway, it's 1 o'clock. I've just finished my eBay listings. Made myself a little list of various admin-y bits and bobs I need to do this afternoon. But it's time for lunch first. And I'm going to have some of this cauliflower soup with Fountains Gold, I think that's cheese, and kale, which looks very nice. I like making soup, but I haven't had time today, so I really need to do a proper meal plan for next week. I'm getting, since Will's gone back at the weekend, we're a bit more back into routine now. Now I've got back as well, so I'm going to work on a proper meal plan for next week and do an online shop and get super organised. I'm having one of these protein bagels as well. I've just put it into the toaster. They're lower carb and higher protein, and they're very tasty. So I'm going to have one of those with my soup, and I'm going to sit and watch Real Housewives of New Jersey. I think it's time for the new episode. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then get back to work again. Very worky day today, all in all. Oh, come on, camera. You know you can do it. Doesn't like this light, does it? I don't like this light either. Right, it's 4:10. I have a spag bowl on the hob here, bubbling away. Always tastes better the longer you cook it for, spag bowl, doesn't it? So that's ready for later. And I've just cleaned out the inside of my fridge, which is looking a lot better. I haven't actually done the showers yet. I need to sort those out. Just pop that down there. And I've got quite a lot of work done today. I've got a few bits just to finish off, and then I am pretty much done for the day. But I wanted to have a chat with you about eBay. Let me find something to stand you on, because I do not have a... I'm going to put you on a very expensive vase. Better not fall off, because it looks like it's exactly the right height, I do believe. Perfect, that. Look at that. The shadows are not at their best, are they? But I wonder if I'd be better with the light off. I wonder if there's enough light with it off. It might work. Yeah, that's not too bad actually, is it? That's better. I don't look yellow. So I wanted to chat to you about eBay, because one of the questions I get asked on at least a weekly basis is, what's your eBay account? How can I see what you sell on eBay? And for those who don't know, my full-time job is selling on eBay. I sell mostly women's clothes and a few other bits and pieces as well, but majority of what I sell is female clothing. And I've been doing this full-time for about 5 years now, I'd say. Probably about, yeah, I think this is coming up to 5 years. When I started, not when I started, but I used to make YouTube videos about my business. I've got a whole playlist of, I think there's around 100 and something YouTube videos on my reselling business. And a couple of years ago, I cut down the amount of videos I made about that, and eventually it dwindled down to none, and I make videos about other stuff now. And my content has gradually changed and come back to the lifestyle stuff. I have talked about this a little bit in the past, but I'm getting asked very regularly again for my eBay details. And these days, I took the decision not to share so much about what I sell on eBay anymore. There are a couple of reasons for this. One reason is that when I openly shared my eBay account and made videos, I had hundreds of people following my eBay account, and it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I can't really put my finger exactly on why, but there's a couple of reasons within that. So let me tell you these. I've since changed, but I sell on a different eBay account now, and I've been messaged only this week asking me for my new account details, because the person was looking at my old account and sees that I don't sell anything on that one anymore. As a business seller on eBay, you are required, it's part of distance selling law, to have your full address on every single listing that you sell. That is my full home address, because that is my business address. And that is something that I don't feel particularly comfortable about, with having an increasingly large social media presence on YouTube. I don't like the thought that if I share my eBay account, my address is out there for everybody to see. It just, from a home security point of view, isn't a great thing to do, I don't feel. And my husband, Ashley, isn't keen on it at all. And I have to respect it. It's his home as well, so I have to respect his input on that as well, you know. So that's one thing. The second thing is that from a business point of view, I don't necessarily want everybody to be able to see every single move that I make. I feel less comfortable about sharing the intimate details of my business than I used to, which is obvious because I don't make the videos anymore, the reselling videos. And I just don't think it's a great thing to do, to share exactly what you're selling and exactly what you're buying and exactly how much you're selling it for on a very regular basis with anybody who asks. It doesn't feel like good business sense to me. If you want to watch resellers on YouTube, there are probably hundreds out there now. There's so many people to watch who are sharing that information, so that information is out there obviously, but just for me personally, it doesn't feel like something I want to do anymore. And I've talked recently about how I might dip my feet back into just a little bit about sharing a little bit of what I do. I talked about maybe having one of my 5 on Friday videos. I might show you 5 things that I've sold recently, and I still intend to do that, but I won't be sharing my eBay account details. As I said, I do get asked for that information a lot, and I did think at the beginning of this year, perhaps I'm just going to share it again anyway, but something inside me is telling me it's the wrong thing to do, and you can only go with your gut feeling, can't you? So that's not something that I'm going to do. So I just wanted to kind of explain what the situation is with that and how I feel about it. So hopefully that's okay. Even if it's not okay, that's the way it is, because that's what I feel comfortable with. So you can only share on social media what you feel comfortable with sharing, and you learn. It's an ongoing learning process, isn't it? So I'm not saying never say never. I might change my mind about it at some point, but that's really where I'm at with it at the moment. And on that note, I'm going to go and stir my spag bowl, and I'm going to go and find 20 things to list tomorrow and check what I've still got on my list to do this evening. Good morning. It's Friday. Why have I got a noise? Let me just put that on there. There we are. Better. Am I looking the right way? I feel like I'm looking into the wrong place on the phone. I've got a new eye makeup palette on today that came in my Birchbox, just like a little 5-colour one. I've resubscribed to Birchbox on a monthly basis, although I was saying to someone in the comments the other day that I might unsubscribe again because you do end up with stuff you don't use. Anyway, I got this eye makeup eyeshadow palette, that's what I'm trying to say. And it's not colours that I'm normally drawn to, the sort of very warm golds and oranges, but I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out this morning. Quite pleased with that. Anyway, it's Friday. What did I do yesterday? I don't think I came back to you after I was cooking the spag bowl. Did I? Oh, I've just realised that's not good. Do you know what? I'm going to be very naughty. I'm going to drive straight across the grass because someone's put a load of pallets behind the skip and there's not enough room for me to turn round. So there we are, straight across the lawn. That was naughty, especially as it's so muddy. Where was I? What am I talking about? What's going on? Last night, it was film night. We try and have a film night once a week. I've talked about that before, I think. And we watched, oh my God, so long, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And we didn't actually finish it. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes or something. And we watched the first 2 hours and then I was really tired. And it's very slow. I mean, lovely to look at. It's very Quentin Tarantino, I would say. It's very style over substance. So will probably no doubt win loads of awards and be, you know, very, very successful. But yeah, Brad Pitt with his top off, obviously, so that was quite a high point, you know. But yeah, overall, I wouldn't say it was an absolute must-see, although I haven't seen the end, so I probably shouldn't be reviewing it yet, should I? Anyway, it's Friday. This week has gone quick, although January seems to be really slow. Isn't January a horrible month? It's just, so slow and hibernating, and there's been particularly bad weather this year, I think, which hasn't helped. But yeah, it just makes me want to sit in the house and not do anything, not leave the house at all. So yeah, it feels like it's about the 124th of January, I have to say. It feels like it's gone on forever, although this week has gone quickly. But yeah, Friday, what's happening today? This is probably the last time I will drive this car. And I have to say, not very sorry. I got all the documents out earlier on, and I have had this car since 2009. So it has done well. 11 years, March 2009 I bought it. So I do think it's time for a change. So that's good. I'm looking forward to my new car arriving later. So I'm just going to put some petrol into this one, so they've got enough to get back to Barnstable, which is where the garage that the new one is coming from. They're delivering the new one and collecting this one. So I'm going to put some petrol in for them, and I'm going to drop off my parcels at the delivery office, and then I'm going back home for another day of work. And we have nothing exciting planned this evening. We are both still dry Januarying. Even Ashley's joined in dry January and has done better than me. He, because I had the 2 days off this week for going away with my mum, he hasn't had a drink yet at all, which is most unusual for Ashley. In 25 years, I can't remember him having gone more than 2-3 days maybe without a drink, so he's doing really well. He's quite grumpy, mind you, but he is doing well. Anyway, I am going to switch off and I will talk to you a little bit later and tell you about what I'm going to do today, which isn't very interesting, I can tell you. Oh, I'm having a bit of a Friday slow day today. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere fast, although I haven't actually stopped yet this morning. It's 12:38. And I've only managed to get 5 new listings done. I've answered lots of eBay queries. I've done loads of little bits and pieces of stuff. You know, when you have lots of bitty stuff to do. I've emptied all my stuff out of the car, emptied the CD player. Yes, my car is so old it had a CD player. Apparently cars don't come with a CD player anymore. I don't know how I'm going to listen to my music in the new car. What was I going to say? What else have I done? I've just sorted out all the paperwork for the car that I need to hand over to them when they arrive. And yeah, I've been doing a few eBay relists. I've only managed to do 25 of this week's 60 listings, although obviously 3 days away. So yeah, so I'm going to stop at 1 o'clock and have some lunch. And in the meantime, I am going to... probably, I'm going to stop at 1 o'clock and have some lunch, I think. Sun's actually out now, it's quite nice. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and get 5 more drafts done, 5 more draft listings before 1. And then I'll stop and have some lunch and regroup at that point. Isn't this dress pretty? I really like it. I've just drafted it. It's such pretty colours. Nice for a spring wedding or something. Only a size 10, but very pretty. I like a pretty dress. Right, that's those 5 done. I need to go and find something to eat for lunch. And then I think my next exciting job is cleaning my makeup brushes. All the fun just never ends round here, you know. Saying goodbye to my old car, it's being taken away. Can't say I'm very sorry, but it was a nice car for the 11 years I had it. And here's my lovely new shiny car. Very happy with that. Bye car. Bye car. Saying goodbye to my old car, it's being taken away. Can't say I'm very sorry, but it was a nice car for the 11 years I had it. And here's my lovely new shiny car. Very happy with that. Bye car. Bye car. It's about 3:30 and, oh, are you focusing, camera? I'm mildly worried about Reg. It's tea time and he hasn't got up for his tea, even though I've told him I've put it down for him, but he's very purry. You alright, old man? Anyway, yeah, did I say it's 3:30? Yes. Not having a very productive afternoon. Feel like it's a bit of an uphill struggle. I'm sitting in the office and letting myself procrastinate, so I'm going to have a break. Look at the lovely flowers. The garage delivered my car and they bought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Isn't that lovely? Never had a new car that comes with flowers before, so that was very nice. Haven't been anywhere in my new car yet, but I did have a bit of a lesson on how it all works and how to connect my phone and all that good stuff that you need with a new car. So I've done that, and I've done quite a bit of eBay listing today, not as much as I wanted to do. But never mind. It's that sort of Friday feeling. Sorry, I keep saying don't I? Oh, he's got up. Are you going to go and have your dinner now? Are you off to have your dinner? There's the other one. A rare appearance by Ron. Oh, Reg is thinking about whether he's going to have his dinner or not. No, you're not. Stop to have a little sniff of that, have you? You should go and eat some dinner, it's good for you. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to have a break. I'm going to pop down to my cinema room and watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy. The reason I'm watching it in the cinema room is that we don't have a DVD player anymore anywhere else in the house, and I bought it on DVD, the latest season. Don't have Sky TV anymore, haven't had it for years actually since we moved in here. and Grey's is on one of the Sky channels, isn't it? And I could have bought it on Amazon Prime, bought the digital version, but if I buy it on DVD I can watch it and then sell the DVD, so it only costs a few quid, and I'm too tight to pay 25 quid for the season digitally and then not be able to sell it. So yeah, it's on DVD, so I have to watch it downstairs because we haven't got a DVD player anywhere else. So it's a bit of a faff to go down there and put the projector on and everything, but I actually quite enjoy watching it on the big screen. So yes, that's what I'm going to do now. I ended up watching 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, which was very enjoyable. It's now 5:30, and I'm just going to show you the little eye palette that I was talking about this morning that I used to do my eyes. It's this one. It's by, who's it by? Doesn't say who it's by. It's called Forgive Me Susie. Anyway, perhaps it's by Forgive Me Susie. Is it? Anyway, yes, that's the eyeshadow palette I used, and I really liked the look that it did in the end. It's a bit not at my best anymore, I don't think. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not horrifically bad. Anyway, I ordered from Amazon yesterday the cheapy version of the Babyless Perfect Curl or Curl Pro or whatever it's called. It's this one. It's $24.99 on Amazon. I'll link it below. And I'm going to give it a go and see what I can do in the way of curling my hair with it. Probably be a complete disaster and I'll send it back tomorrow, but let's give it a little go, see if it works. Well, I've just had a little play with it, not with any product or anything. Slightly successful. I think it would take a long time to do it all really nicely. I mean, there is curls in there, but it's all a bit random. I don't know, perhaps I'd need to, perhaps I haven't done it. I'm not massively impressed, I've got to say. I actually do think I quite like it. I don't know how well you can see that. I can't see what you're seeing in the camera there. No, that's hopeless, isn't it? But I feel like I've done it a bit more. It's coming out well. I think I need some product in it, some spray of some description. And yeah, I need to sit and fiddle about it with it when I've got a bit more time and patience. But it kind of works, doesn't it? I think it kind of works. Good morning, it's Saturday and it's freezing. Guest appearance from Mr. Matthews this morning. Are we not talking?
No,
Oh.
I'm not talking. I'm going a bit surly and Tarantino today after watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood last night.
We can't watch the end of it last night. Certainly the action speeded up towards the end. We've just had to give it 3.5 stars from us for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I see that Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt are both up for Oscars for it, so it'd be interesting to see if either of them get one. We are out for a walk at Stover Country Park around the lake. It's not actually that early, it's getting on for 10 o'clock I think, or 9:30 maybe. And it's very, very cold. We just fancy getting out to get some fresh air and enjoying the countryside a little bit.
For some mysterious reason, my
excuse my appearance. I'm having a lazy, I'm not actually having a lazy Saturday, that's not true. I'm having a Saturday where I'm not putting any makeup on or anything. I'm intending a little bit later on to have a bit of a pamper afternoon with some of those lovely masks I showed you in my 5 on Friday video last week. But I just wanted to show you this. I have just debobbled this jumper. It was looking really, really bobbly. Sorry about the sunlight. Can't really do anything about it unless I close the blind. But yeah, this was looking really, but it's only Asda. But I really like it. It's a candy stripe jumper that I got last season. Yeah, last autumn winter. I've worn it loads, but it was because it's acrylic, it went so bobbly. But I've just spent 20 minutes debobbling it and watching YouTube, and it's looking loads better. My debobbler, which I love, is this one from Philips. I've taken the guard off. Sorry, that just turned itself on. I've taken the guard off the front because I find it works better without it. And I mostly have it for work, for stuff I buy to sell on eBay that needs a bit of a debobble and freshen up. But works on your own stuff as well. And that jumper would have literally had to be, wasn't even in a state to be sent to the charity shop, it was so bobbly. So really pleased I've breathed some new life into that. I'll be able to wear it again. I'll link this below in case any of you are resellers and don't have one or want a better one. They're not the cheapest, but I've had this for years and it was really, really good. Excellent. I think I got it from Amazon. I've had a productive morning in terms of getting bits and bobs done, bits of paperwork, and done a menu plan for next week. I need to do a Tesco order a bit later on. And I'm just really getting organised for next week. I always love that feeling of getting stuff done that needs doing, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Anyway, I think I'm going to sign this video off for today because I have to get it edited this afternoon, so you've got something to watch in the morning. I've forgotten that I'd taken it up to the wire a bit this week. So that's it for this week. I hope everybody's having a lovely weekend, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye.